Lesson 1. New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, Regulations and Inspections. What is assessed during inspections? During food establishment inspections, public health sanitarians pay particular attention to the critical violations of the New York City Health Code. These include, but are not limited to, improper time and temperature controls, improper cooling, poor personal hygiene, employee illness, flu, bare hand contact with ready-to-eat foods, cause hepatitis A, rodent and other vermin activity, rats and roaches, inadequate equipment and facilities, broken machines. Although it is impossible to predict how many times a food establishment may be inspected, generally 1 or 2 routine cycle inspections are conducted each year. The frequency of cyclical inspections depends on the complexity of a food establishment's business model. Each restaurant is assigned a specific risk category according to its menu, complex food processes, and other public health risk factors. Inspections are unannounced except for pre-permit inspections, which are conducted prior to the opening of the food establishment and issuing of the permit. Routine cyclical inspections are designed to observe, evaluate, and ultimately educate food establishment operators in various points of food handling, such as receiving, storage, preparation, cooking, hot holding, cooling, reheating, service. The criteria for issuing violations are based on the factors that contribute to foodborne illness above. Each violation is assigned a point value. For example, one instance of food held at a potentially hazardous temperature of 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit during hot holding results in a 7-point violation. Points increase depending on how severely a risk can affect public health. Violations are divided into 2 categories: critical and general. Complete information on inspection scoring systems can be viewed at the website down there. A food establishment gets a failing grade when it accumulates 28 points. That's 28 points in violations and may be closed for 3 consecutive failures, failure to correct public health hazards, operating without a permit, unsanitary conditions, obstructing, interfering with the health inspection, bribes. Violation of the health code may result in the issuance of a notice of violations returnable to the administrative tribunal and may result in fines. All food service establishments in New York City must comply with the New York City Health Code, New York State Sanitary Code, and other applicable laws. One of the primary responsibilities of a food service establishment is to obtain and maintain, a current and valid permit, issued by the New York City Health Department. The permit must be conspicuously, obviously, so everybody can see, displayed in a public area of the establishment. Failure, and I mean failure, to obtain a permit results in the immediate closure of the establishment. So please do post that permit. Health inspectors enforce the city health code and perform various types of inspections, including routine cycle inspections, compliance inspections, final inspections, inspections in response to complaints, supervisory follow-up inspections, smoking inspections, both routine and compliant driven, permit surveys, and water emergency related inspections. City health inspectors must be given access to all, and I mean all, areas of the food establishment during an inspection. Don't be hiding. Any obstruction or interference with the duties of an inspector while performing his or her duties may result in stiff fines or closing of the establishment, or both, as well as revocation of its permit. So don't try to deter the inspector away from looking at everything. Don't be covering up. Health inspectors carry both a badge and a photo identification, which food establishment staff has a right to see on request. So you can ask for the badge. Inspectors' employment may also be verified by calling the Bureau of Food Safety and Community Sanitation at 212-676-1600 or 1601. Inspectors are not, and I repeat, are not authorized to conduct any money transactions, that's money transactions, on behalf of the Department of Health. Example, collecting permit fees or fines, etc. The offer of a bribe, gratuity, or reward for official misconduct is a crime, and aside from criminal liability, may also result in the revocation of the establishment's permit. Okay, so you can't bribe the inspector, and you're not allowed, the inspector is not allowed to collect money, or you'll get in trouble. Any food service establishment can be closed by the Commissioner of Health when it is deemed, and I mean deemed, necessary to protect public health, such as in cases of an inability or unwillingness to correct an imminent public health hazard. For example, sewage in food areas, vermin infestation, rats and roaches, inadequate facilities to maintain proper food temperatures, broken refrigerator, and so on. No permit or an expired permit. Please have your permit posted and don't have it expired, or they will close it. Repeat violation of health code, failing 3 consecutive inspections. Obstruction of or interference with the duties of a health inspector. Please don't bother the inspector. Don't try to bribe them, offer them money, etc. And if you are an inspector, you may not collect money. All right, that's it for that section.